Okay, crew, I've decided to make my own video on this one. Just have a tendency to talk, and it takes a long time. So, I'll try to go easy on you. I know you're all like, good luck. Trapezoidal prism. So, to find the area of a trapezoid, it is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Because basically what we're doing is we're taking the area, or the length of the base, plus the length of this base, and we're averaging them. We're adding them together and dividing by 2 because there's two sides. And that kind of squares it out, and that way we kind of have something that looks maybe a little bit more like this with the averages. And so then we have the area of a rectangle. And the height is always where it meets with that right angle. So we've got the top, so that we have a trapezoid here. And then we have obviously the same one on the bottom. There we go. So the surface area is going to equal, my top base is 10. My other base is 26. And I know I'm a little off here. Can't seem to get the thing to move. 10, this one, this whole thing, so plus 26, divide that by 2, times the height, and there's 2 of them, so we'll multiply it by 2. And let's do that math. 10 plus 26 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. So now I have 18 times my height, which they point to it right here, times 12.7 times 2. I'm going to pause, do the math. You guys do it while I'm done, while I'm pausing. Okay, my calculations brought me to 457 2/10. Now we have to find the surface area of our sides and change colors, that way we just can differentiate. And the height is 7 of each of our sides. So we're going to do 7 times 15 and 7 times 10 and 7 times, this is 15 as well, because these little lines here are congruency marks that say, hey, these sides are the same. And then we're going to do 7 times 26. And since they're all being multiplied by 7, I can use what we fondly refer to as the distributive property and take 7 multiplied by the 15 plus the 10 plus the 15 plus 26. So we're going to add up all of these and then multiply by 7. And all that together is 66. So now we've got 7 times 66, which on a good math day gives us 462. So we're going to add our trapezoids plus the faces and voila, we have 9, 19 2/10. And it's feet, right? And it is feet squared. Next we'll do the cylinder. So I think I'm going to do 10 first and then do 9, because I think 10 looks a little more difficult. So we have from the top to the bottom, that's 23 meters. And we want the radius So half of 23. So our radius equals 11.5. I'm going to change the thickness of my pencil, I think. So we have this part of a circle and this circle. So we have two circles. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. But we have two of them, so for surface area, we are going to do 2 pi r squared plus this piece. I'm going to change colors, just like magic. Oh, it's magic. So here, this piece, and all the way around, it's kind of like if you took the label off a soup can, or I said earlier today, the wrapper off a Gatorade can, it's a package, jug, bottle. If you undid those, that would be a rectangle. So when you undo this is a rectangle. And the rectangle is 9 millimeters high, but this right here is how wide it is. And that is the circumference of the circle. So circumference is 2 pi r. That's your circumference. And then we need to take it times the height. So now we just have to fill in our numbers. 2 times 3.14 times our radius, which we said was 11.5, plus 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 11.5, times the height, which we talked about, was 9. Okay, when I did the math, I got 77 2/10 for the first part, for the area of the two circles, plus the area of, like the soup label, I got at 649 and 9800ths. Add those together, and that is 727 and 1800ths, and it's meters squared because it's area. Okay, now I think this one, just because the positioning of it, I think that this one just is easier. So we're going to use our same formula right here. I'm just not going to rewrite it. I'm just going to refer back to it. They gave us a radius of 6, which helps tremendously. So we have 2 times 3.14 times our radius, which is 6, and we square that, plus circumference, so 2 times 3.14 times our radius, which is 6, times our height. How tall is our soup can? 21 centimeters. So now we're going to multiply both of those together, or multiply these two together and this together. And that's what I got. And then we're going to add these two together. So plus 226.08, and I got 1,017 3600ths centimeters squared. So the area of the surface of our cylinder is 1,017 and 3600ths centimeters squared. Okay, I'm doing all right. We'll do a word problem here. Okay, a quarter has a diameter of approximately 24 meters and a height of 1.75 millimeters. What is the minimum amount of paper to wrap a stack of 40 quarters? Oh, this is a good one. I like it. So this will be our quarter. You guys know I'm a visual gal. Okay, so this, our height is 1.75, and the diameter all the way across is 24. They say approximately. We're going with yes. So then our radius is half of 24, which gives us 12. Then we're wrapping paper, so we're going to do surface area. And we know that surface area equals 2 times 3.14 times our radius, which is 12, because that's the area of the circles, the top and the bottom, plus the area of our soup label, or the rim part, is 2 times 3.14 times radius, which is 12, I forgot what I was doing, times 1.75. Okay, we're going to multiply that together. Here's what I got for my calculations. Also, I noticed I forgot my squared here, and Rosie Yancey called me on it in the first video. Make sure you add your squared there. So it's 12 squared, 3.14 times 2. You need to pause the video and fix that because I made that mistake. Go ahead. Then we just add those together and we get plus 904.32, 1,017.36 millimeters squared. We won't do this one. I know that's how you feel. Put a little nose there. Okay, see ya.